For the players first. Hold on. Good. You guys good in the back? Okay.
Yeah, credit to BYU coming here focused, ready to execute their game plan. I think the glaring stat, that I talked to the team about was, the 19 second chance points that they got. It's a hard league to anytime you can get easy buckets, fast break points, second chance points, and when you end up with 27 of them, and especially as well as they're shooting the ball in the half court, it's gonna be hard to overcome those three things in particular. So credit to BYU and Coach Pope and their approach to the game today. I think without Khalifa, I think they did some different things against us that we probably weren't ready for, but credit to them and their approach to the game today.
Questions for the players first?
So Jesse, start with you. I mean, just team defense overall, giving up 80-some. I know that's not the recipe you guys want. Is that a big area that you look at and say, it's where we came up short?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, they're a well-organized, good team, good offensive team. That's what they're known for. So them putting up a lot of points is not something they're not used to, but it's definitely something that we, don't have in our planning to give up like that. Yeah, it wasn't what we. It's a big, obviously, big part of the reason. Tonight was a loss.
Ray, say it's sort of the same for you. Defensively, was it more their shooting or you guys' poor defense? What would you attribute those numbers to?
It's a combination of both. That team like that, you got to really stick to every shooter as much as you can. When they got 7 to 8 of them that do all the same thing and only that, it's kind of hard to stop, especially when they got you running around the entire time. It's mainly us though. We got to take more pride in, taking away the 3 and staying in front of our man, and taking more pride in one-on-one opportunities on the defensive end.
Jesse, BYU, good guy. Their starter was sick, and so they bring a new guy in, and obviously he has a pretty good game. Can you just kind of talk about, like, was it a surprise having to guard him, and then obviously the game that he has? Can you just the 40 minutes against him?
Yeah, we found out obviously that Khalifa wasn't playing. You prepare for both, you know what both bigs can do. Atiki too, you know what they can do. He's obviously a lot, very strong on the right hand, so you start to cut that off. But yeah, all credit to him actually this game. Like he made it really tough for me, but he just played a really good game. Was strong. I know I'm a lot better than that, so it's just annoying knowing that, in that way, I definitely kind of live my team now because I'm a lot better in defense than what I showed tonight. It's just, at this point it's one of those nights, but yeah, like I said, credit to him. He did a really good job. Made it tough. Made it really tough.
Jesse, how much do you think your defensive effort maybe have lacked because you're still in a recovery process?
It's a little part of it, here and there. It hurts to just do regular things. But on the other hand, we've been working a lot behind the scenes. Our athletic trainer Randy's done a lot of work with me, and it feels really good in most plays. So, you take what you can get. It's still there, but it's no excuse for some of the things tonight. But yes, it's both ways.
They scored inside, they scored outside, about the same number of points. How tough did that make it to guard them? The fact that they stretch you and do that. Either one of you.
Yeah, it's but I guess it's part of their game plan. They're so strong on the outside playing. Like Ray said, they got like 7 or 8 dudes who are elite shooters. So when they do take it inside, there's not a whole lot of opportunity to go out and help. And yeah, like I said, that's usually like me and Pat can definitely clean it up a lot more. They had a really good night on that part.
Yeah, it's difficult. You can't just, go double off of, Curry level 3-point shooters. You know what I mean? Like I said, we just gotta take more pride in one-on-one opportunities and, make them score over us.
You guys feel like the chemistry's coming together a little bit more here as you've gotten to play a couple more games there yet, or what else do you guys think you need to be working on?
Our chemistry's there. I mean, we've seen each other as much as we can. We all love each other, thick and thin. It's just, when it comes to basketball, you gotta do your job. If you don't do your job, then you lose.
RaeQuan, I'm trying to get a sense of what it was hard to play help, right? Is that kind of what the sense was? Because if that ball gets kicked back over to the other side, then now it's out of position kind of stuff.
You necessarily can't help as much. Our game plan was a little different when we played gaps since we've changed our defense, especially it's a team like this. I don't want to help. I trust, everyone on my team to guard their man one-on-one, and they trust me to guard them one-on-one. So, it's just sticking to the game plan and trusting them.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
You guys had something going, and they had 2 seconds, 2 seconds on the shot clock when you kicked. They called you kicking the ball, I guess, or whatever it was, or out of bounds, and they threw the ball in, and almost in one motion, he hits a three to sort of like a
Yeah, that's what I told those guys.
Was that the biggest play of the game?
We were down 17 at one point.
Yeah.
We were down 17, and we were fighting the clawing, and we cut it to 5. A couple of those miraculous threes. Those are daggers for a team's confidence when you're trying to make a run like that, and especially as late as they did make those those shots. So. But at the end of the day, you look at it, and we talk about them getting 27 second chance points and fast break points combined. We got the same number. At the end of the day, they make 13 threes, we make 8, and it doesn't take a mathematician to realize that threes are worth more than twos, and that they got 5 extra shots than we did. We're even. Field goal attempts were even. They made 5 more threes than we did. A lot of things in the box score. We made 9 free throws. They made 9 free throws. It's very even in a lot of ways. But at the end of the day, they made a lot more threes than we did.
Any other questions for the players? Guys, thank you.
Judge, continue about the banked in 3 that they had, right? And as the shot clock is going down, key point. Do players sort of hang their head when a moment like that happens?
It's human nature too. Whether you can recover from it is the key. So adversity hits, and you're in a groove, you're on a roll, things are going your way, and then a shot like that goes in. Sure, it's going to hit your confidence. So there's a couple of those down the stretch that just were kind of demoralizing, and it's hard to recover from them, with that late. I don't know when that happened, to be honest with you, but it was late in the game.
Coach, I know Jesse just kind of took some of the blame on himself with the defense, but in all seriousness here, we're talking about Traore. He's 6'6", and so just what was he able to accomplish today? How much fits did
Well,
he?
Jesse's not 100%.
Right.
And when you're trying to stop a guy of that size, and you're allowed an arm bar, but your wrist is right there, right? And sure, he's still trying to protect that wrist, and there's still some pain there. It's not uncommon, but it's still where we're at with it. And the whole question is whether you send a double or not. And more than anything, you try to give him a catch off the block and do your work early. He was getting really deep position, and Jesse was behind, and he gets a couple bounces with his size and strength, he's going to get right underneath the rim. And so consequently he did. Now the question is, do we double or not? And it's hard to double a team like that. And as well as they pass, they pass that thing right out there, and one more, and it's another 3-point shot. So it's an adjustment we probably need to take a look at as a coaching staff, whether we should have done it or not. And in this position, you second guess everything, and you question it, and you overanalyze it after the fact, to figure out what you can do differently to, in terms of learning for the next game.
I was just gonna say, if you have to double on him, then that really
It
kind of.
opens up the floor.
Right, yeah.
And you're 4-on-3 elsewhere. And so credit to BYU, they're excellent at reading the defense. They're excellent at making the extra pass. They had 19 assists, 8 turnovers. I mean, Hall was, 12 assists by himself. So, yeah, I mean, they play really good team basketball, and when they're clicking, they're clicking. And you look at the Big 12 standings, and they're making right at their average tonight in terms of threes per game. They're right at their average the way they score the ball. But to me, it's the 27, easy buckets they got that we can really control. They're going to make shots. They're going to make open shots. That's what they do.
Josh, you guys have kind of like sagged and packed it in lately on defense, but that's not the team to do that against, I'm guessing. How did you guys do things today, and what did you see as far as response?
I think sometimes we were dropping when we should have been dropping, and created a lot of opportunities where there's too much help, and the ball movement was as good as I've seen all year. So they took advantage, and they read the defense, like I said. So if you make a mistake at any ball screen coverage or don't catch a curl, I mean, there's so many things you can look at and analyze defensively where we made mistakes. And credit to them, like they said, they see a defensive miscue, they take advantage of it. And a lot of teams that you